Well, today we're in a county that's famous for this stuff, Willow. And it's been interwoven through the area's history for thousands of years. But where are we? Well, join me in just a few moments and I'll tell you. On today's show, we take a step back in time and visit some fine period properties, although the wet weather dampens our buyers' reactions in one of them.
It's a bit dark, I think. It's not as light as the other one was.
But another house whisks them away to sunnier climes.
Feels like you're on holiday with that balcony in there, doesn't it?
There's a touch of the Costas about it. Well, today we are in Somerset, and these broad flatlands that you can see stretching out below me, they are the Somerset levels, today the heart of the English willow producing business. Now, since its heyday during the interwar period, when thousands of acres of this landscape were given over to growing willow, now that number has dwindled to just 180 acres, but plenty enough to produce baskets, chairs, you name it. If it can be woven, they can make it here. This landscape and its rich history is just part of what makes this county so captivating. In the southwest of England, Somerset is bordered by a number of counties and bounded by the Bristol Channel coast. It's an enchanting countryside of contrasts, ranging from the undulating hills of the Mendips and the Quantocks to the low-lying Somerset levels, which extend over 250 square miles. Tucked away on the southern side of the Mendips, small most definitely means beautiful in the medieval city of Wells. Taking its name from the water springs in the gardens of the Bishop's Palace, Wells lays claim to being England's smallest city, a status it's sure to keep thanks to its magnificent 13th century cathedral. Now, when it comes to house prices, £268,000 is the princely sum that you may have to part with if you fancy your average four-bedroom detached house here in Somerset. And it's worth remembering that's £13,000 above the national average, which kind of suggests that maybe Somerset doesn't offer that much value for money. And certainly there are hotspots that can inflate those figures, particularly around Wedmore, Wells and Castle Carey, because believe it or not, these are commuter areas for people working in Bristol and, interestingly, in London itself, thanks to the rail link through Castle Carey. But don't be put off. I think this county does offer fantastic value for money. And as you can see, there are some wonderful properties on offer if you think this is where you want to escape to. Somerset wears its colourful geology on its sleeve, thanks to a plentiful supply of natural building materials. Warm golden limestone has been quarried at Ham Hill since the 16th century. The village of Stoke-sub-Hamden is characterised by the use of this local stone, an example being this attractive two-bedroom mid-terrace Victorian home, currently on the market for just under £165,000. Blue Lyre stone is made from layers of compressed shale and limestone that dates back to the early Jurassic period. The large village of Street is home to many properties built from this silvery material, such as this traditional four-bedroom house built in 1860 that'll set you back just under £350,000. So now that we've whetted your appetite with a little taste of what the property market here has to offer, it's time now to meet today's buyers and find out what they're looking for in this glorious county. Lynn and Steve have lived in their modern four-bedroom house in the Essex town of Leigh-on-Sea for nearly 2 decades. But despite their best efforts, it no longer feels like home sweet home.
We've decorated virtually every room at least twice,
Yeah.
some of them 3 times.
And we've run out of enthusiasm as well to do it again.
With no dependents and a shift in work focus from their careers in IT, the time is finally right to make a long overdue move.
I was lucky enough to get offered early retirement a couple of years ago. Steve was meant to carry on working a bit longer, but...
Well, I could see it was a very good deal. So I took early retirement as well.
We just thought it would be nice now to move out into the country, have a bit more space around us. We quite like the idea of Somerset because we've got some friends who live in Somerset already down there.
And they're also drawn to a life outdoors in the West Country.
We'd like a bit more space, maybe a vegetable plot, try a hand at growing vegetables, and something just to give us a bit more of a challenge. Really.
Golf course as well, isn't it?
That is quite important, yes.
Sport and a spot of self-sufficiency are high on the agenda, but rather unusually, when it comes to the style of house, period properties are definitely a no-no.
I think the only thing we don't really want is perhaps a Victorian, Edwardian.
Georgian. And when you get into them, you just think, this is going to cost a fortune and you're going to be constantly maintaining it, and we're not looking for that amount of work.
Something that's stuck in a bit of a time warp would be a real challenge, and really something you could move forward and make some progress on and change quite quickly would be exciting, wouldn't it?
As well as giving them potential to make their own mark, they're also after a range of living areas.
I'd definitely like the large kitchen with room for a table in there and hopefully a sofa in there.
Personally, I'd like to keep my own study because we have different tastes in viewing, whereas I tend to like sport. Lynn doesn't share that passion, do you, dear?
No, not quite so much. Not the football. I think we'd want 3 reasonable sized bedrooms in the house, although we have talked also about something with some self-catering.
A holiday let or an annex or something.
Taking into account their business ideas, they have 2 figures in mind to play with.
The budget for the move is between £650,000 and £750,000.
Lynn and Steve would like good access to their friends in Rington, towards the north of the county, so we'll be focusing our search on the lovely country villages surrounding Wells. And it's in one such delightful place, despite the wet weather, where we're meeting up to discuss the details of this Somerset move. Welcome to what is a ludicrously wet Somerset. Yeah. Now, this move of yours, I'm envying you, really. I mean, here you are in your sort of mid-50s, retired comfortably, with a very nice budget to go with it, and something of a sort of sliding scale in terms of what you want to spend.
If we go to 750, we need some sort of additional income to make up the extra 100,000. Yeah. But if we find somewhere for 650, then absolutely fine.
Now, you don't want Victorian or Georgian or Edwardian. So what are we after?
Something with character. It could be a new build, but with some character to it.
Yeah. So would you say you were relatively broad-minded, Steve, in terms of the properties that you're prepared to look at?
Yeah, I mean, we're not ruling out older properties. So if you like, we like both ends of the spectrum. Yeah. Very old and very new.
Well, the good news is that your budget will go quite a long way here in Somerset, I think, to get us something really nice. But given that it is absolutely tipping it down and we have got quite a lot to see, come on, let's go. With the top budget of £750,000, Lynn and Steve are after a characterful home that has at least 3 bedrooms, a spacious kitchen diner big enough for a sofa, and a separate den for Steve to watch sports TV. They prefer lower maintenance properties, but are keen DIYers, so would like somewhere with potential to modernise and ideally create a holiday let. Outside, they'd also like a large garden with scope for a vegetable plot. Our selection of houses serve up a variety of opportunities and styles and present very different takes on country living. But I'll keep our buyers guessing as to what they're worth until the end of each tour. Then, to top it off, there's the mystery house, where we'll be turning the idea of a traditional home literally on its head. The good news is that Steve and Lynn have accepted an offer on their house and the paperwork is already in hand. So let's waste no time and get straight to our first property, which is in the peaceful hamlet of North Barrow. All the essential amenities, as well as pubs and restaurants, are located just a few miles away in the pretty market town of Castle Carey. And tucked away from main roads and surrounded by fields is our first house, built just 2 years ago. Well, it's not the greatest start to property number 1, a torrential downpour. But let's have a very brief chat out here. There you go, what do you think?
Very nice.
That's very nice,
modern.
yeah.
It is very modern. Now, as you might expect with a new build, it is super efficient, this place. It's got underfloor heating throughout, insulated to within an inch of its life. Yep. Their heating bill and hot water bill for a year, wait for it, is 500 quid.
Wow.
A bargain.
Yeah.
A bargain, I would say so.
Yeah.
So if you fancy being eco-warriors, this could be the house for you.
Indeed.
But I don't know about you, but I'm getting absolutely soaked. Let's not dither anymore. Let's get in. Go on, that way. This new build will certainly weather the test of time, thanks to the use of natural stone and wood inside. Right, we're out the wet clothes. Come on in. Let's start
Wow.
with this bit. Yeah?
Yeah.
Very nice.
Very nice.
I thought this might be a well.
Yeah,
Lovely.
it is, yeah.
It's not trying to be a listed property, but it's got this lovely character that you get with this green oak and a structure. I mean, you know, this is going to be here for a very long time, I expect.
I think so.
Yeah.
It's got nice style, nice size.
Yeah.
Lovely floors.
Yep.
Yeah.
Now, the underfloor heating, as I mentioned outside, goes throughout every floor, downstairs and upstairs. So it's always going to be toasty warm.
Toasty warm.
I think you'd be very, very cosy in here. But as you can see, you've got these lovely doors going out to the garden. We might go out there later, I'm not sure yet, depends if it stops raining. But the garden, you know, it's about half an acre, so very much what we were looking for, I think, in terms of size and space. And then it's bordered by these lovely orchards. There are cattle out here, you know, very, very pretty. But come and have a look at the kitchen, Lynn. I think you'll quite enjoy this. How about that for a cooker?
Yes, that's quite a cooker. That's fantastic.
Isn't it?
It is, yeah.
But in terms of space, as you can see, it's, again, another dining end. You've got the dining through there, but
Oh, yeah.
you've also got it here, perhaps for more every day, you know, or...
This is just perfect. It is. I've wanted a table and a sofa. And
How about that? And look, actually, I mean, dare I say it, the views are beginning to sort of clear through the murk, but it gives you an idea of what you might be able to
it
see
is fantastic.
on a nice day, on top of the hill, which is great.
Yeah.
Really nice. And again,
Yeah.
you can just see a bit of terrace out there, a bit of patio, in amongst the emerging flood in the garden.
It's just, well, speechless about it.
Good. OK. Well, through here we've also got a guest room, which is en suite. The utility room is through there.
The layout is fantastic.
It's ideal, isn't it?
It is, yeah.
You can't imagine it being any better than that.
Phew. What a fantastic start. They can't seem to find fault with anything they've seen on the ground floor. Light floods into the fully glazed stairwell that leads upstairs, where there are another 2 bedrooms. And we're heading right to the master suite. So, how about this one, then, for you guys?
Yeah.
It's quite special, isn't it?
It's lovely.
Again, and lovely views, yeah, but
And a nice
yeah,
big
good
size.
size.
Yes.
Yeah, and room to put stuff against the walls. They're not.
No, exactly.
Yeah.
Loads of space there that isn't going to be terribly cluttered, which is nice. But at the end of this little corridor arrangement, there is quite a big wardrobe, along with the ensuite. This is quite special. Have a look at this. As you might expect here, they are, Lynn. Here you go. Steve.
Wow.
There's even beans in here.
Some bathroom.
It's quite special, isn't it? I mean, anywhere else, this would be quite a nice family bathroom. But this is
Yeah.
your ensuite.
I know, I was just thinking, this is about the size of our bathroom at home, and that's a big bathroom.
It's not bad, is it? The other bedroom on this floor is also ensuite. So your guests are going to be quite happy.
Yeah.
But you get the biggest. In fact, you can lie there and look at the view.
Yeah.
Which tells me it is still raining. So I suggest we find somewhere a little drier than the garden to finish off and talk about the price. Yeah? Come on then.
Suits me.
Well, this is as good a place, I think, as any to really draw this to a close. You can see the garden, pretty much, but the views, I mean, we're joking about the weather, but on a lovely day, you can imagine it with the orchard there, the cattle in amongst the trees, you know, looking right across the rest of the county there.
The views are fantastic.
So it leads us on rather nicely to think about the price of this one. Bearing in mind we've got your sort of sliding scale, $750 with a holiday let, $650 without. Clearly we don't have one here for you. So where does this one come, Lynn?
I'm hopefully guessing 625.
625, yeah?
650.
£650,000. Well, I have to confess that if I didn't know its price, I would probably guess at 650. But the truth is, we'd all be wrong, because this could be yours for £550,000. £175,000.
That's amazing.
Right, we'll go back through there and revel in the thought that actually this could be your house very soon. Who knows?
OK.
Off you go.
Thank you.
Brilliant. Well, there you go. Property number 1 really has pressed all the buttons, despite the weather. Impressively under budget at £575,000, this high-spec yet low-maintenance home seems a perfect fit for our couple. Characterful yet contemporary, it has Lynn's ideal kitchen breakfast room, a large living and dining area, as well as 3 ensuite bedrooms. The property sits in just over half an acre, and even on a wet and grey day, it's clear to see that this is a beautiful home in a truly glorious setting.
I thought it looked lovely as soon as we turned up on the drive. I could see it was a modern house, but characterful. It's lovely and light and airy. The lounge diner is beautiful. The kitchen is fantastic with the extra table in there and a bit of seating room.
When you look at it from the outside, it's a characterful new build, and the stonework really makes it, I think. It's exactly what we'd said we wanted, and then we went into the kitchen. I was thinking Lynn must be in heaven here, because that's exactly what she wants. And the views out over the field and the cows and the orchard, it's just fantastic.
After you, madam.
Thank you.
After you, sir.
Thank you.
Oh, my goodness me, look at it. You'd have thought it might have stopped raining by now. But I think your spirits are still up,
Definitely.
especially after this house.
Thanks.
What about it? We've got a lot to live up to, haven't we, now?
You're hard to beat this one, yes.
Right, then, let's get these bodies up. Come on.
Go.
Somerset has a long tradition for arts and crafts that take inspiration from the county's exceptional natural surroundings. One such artisan is the woodturner George Fowlraker, who makes ornamental wooden pieces exhibited in galleries throughout the country using timber solely from sustainable local sources. Now, our buyers Steve and Lynn have turned their hands to many DIY projects, but how would they fare at woodturning? During the week, we sent them for a masterclass at George's studio in Burnham-on-Sea to find out. To create a bowl, a pre-prepared solid wooden blank is mounted onto the lathe. Then the outer edges are rounded off using extremely sharp tools and a very keen eye.
Keep the tool parallel as you move across. That's beautiful. Lovely shavings. That's what it should be.
The next part of the process is to turn the bottom.
We gradually work our way back and take a bit more off until we get the shape we want.
The history of wood turning can be traced back thousands of years to ancient Egypt. But it wasn't until the 18th and 19th centuries during the Industrial Revolution that the motorised lathe was introduced. It sped up the process, leading to the mass production of turned wooden items. Once you've created the desired shape, the piece is refined with a scraper.
Nice and gentle.
Before being sanded to remove any rough edges.
Quite quickly. That's it.
The inside is then hollowed out to create a classic bowl shape. Finally, the finishing touch is a polish from George, and the bowl is fit to live among the showroom's finest.
You've both done very well. You've produced a lovely beach bowl from the Quantock Hills to take home with you. I hope you move to Somerset. And if you do, I hope you come back for lessons.
I think we might.
Good, thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
With a fine handcrafted souvenir from their time in Somerset, they'll need the perfect West Country home where it can take pride of place. So it's back to our hunt. Our next destination is around 10 miles from Wells in the small hamlet of Clewer. From here, it's just 2 miles to the nearby Saxon village of Wedmore, with a useful range of shops, pubs and facilities, including a golf course, which will please Steve. Lying on the outskirts of Clewer and under clearer skies at last is a 19th century farmhouse we've singled out as our second property. OK, property number 2. Here it is, this lovely curved building that runs around the corner almost as far as the eye can see. This is what's on offer. It's much older than property number 1.
Oh, yeah. Yes.
Lynn's looking Lynn's looking a bit quiet.
I'm not quite sure. It's just so different from property 1, so yes.
Yeah, it is different, but there's a little surprise through here. Come and look at this. Along with a house for them, is some self-contained accommodation with great potential. There is the surprise.
Oh, a holiday.
Exactly, yes. It's a holiday let, 2-bed holiday let. Beautifully done.
It looks good, yeah.
Yeah. The nice thing about it to say at this point is that the parking for it is down there, so your guests are completely sort of independent of you, and your focus is over here, the garden, a couple of other bits behind as well, and of course, the main house. Let's go and check out the owner's accommodation.
Yes.
Come this way. There. Look at this. Pretty, isn't it? Look at that.
Yes, that is pretty.
It's lovely.
Yeah.
Absolutely gorgeous. We'll explore the garden a bit later.
What's that smell?
It smells like there's a fire going.
Well, you'd be right. Come in.
Yeah?
Yeah. Different feel, because we haven't got modern, squarely proportioned rooms, obviously. But in terms of a kitchen diner, you know, space it is not short of.
No, I was going to say, there's a lot more storage in this one than there was in the last one.
There is indeed,
Yes.
Yeah, it's nice.
Lynn?
A bit dark, I think. It's not as light as the other one was. It's a good space.
You see, I think
Yeah.
we've spoiled you with property number
You
one.
probably have, yeah. Because this is a nice kitchen and it's a good size, yeah.
You are going to compare them.
Yeah.
Of course you are. But do try and judge each one on its own merits, because there are things about this one that property one simply doesn't have, to be perfectly honest with you. And it does go on. Yeah? This way. Keep with it. Come down here. And come into here.
Yeah, lovely fireplace.
Isn't it?
Yeah.
The question is, you know, are you going to buy into the sort of history and tradition that's on offer here?
Oh, I do like old houses. It's not that I don't like old houses, but that first one was...
Forget the first
the
one.
layout of
Forget
the
the
first one was
first one.
perfect. So I suppose that's what you've got to sort of move on
Yeah.
and think what the advantages of.
Yeah. Good fun though, isn't it?
It is, yeah.
Feeling confused?
Well, I can't wait to see what's beyond this room.
Well, there is plenty more to see, including very nice study area through here, Steve. Excellent. OK, Steve. How about this then, as your little den?
Yeah, it's great. I prefer this to the study in the other house, actually, because that was just a bit of a square box, so it was big enough. But this has got a lot more character.
Aha! Perhaps the tables are turning, as it seems we may finally have got one over on our first property this morning. And there's more to take in here, as the ground floor also has a cloakroom next to a double guest room, one of 4 bedrooms that lie within this main house. The other 3 are all upstairs and include a charming double room themed in blue, as well as another cosy bright double. But we're heading for the master. Now the family bathroom is in there, roll top bath.
Yep,
And
that's
shower,
nice.
and then next door to it is this room, which I think you would probably choose as yours.
Yes, this is quite a good size.
So it's not en suite, but the bathroom is next door.
Yeah, it's a nice size.
Now, I know that outside space is important to Lynn and Steve, so now the rain has stopped, we've got the chance to explore the 2-acre plot. And there's plenty to take in, including outbuildings, a huge veggie plot, and an orchard. Now,
Chickens.
look at this lot. Yes,
Yes.
chickens running riot over your orchard. So we've got our house, we've got our holiday let, which you'll get to explore a little bit later on. We've got the views, we've got the space. What's it worth?
No idea, really. 725.
725, Lynn.
That's exactly what I was thinking as well. So-
OK, well, let's take 725 from both of you. And in many respects, I think 725 here would be, you know, a fair price. But supposing we knocked off another £125,000 and said you could have it for 600 grand.
Really?
Really?
600?
That seems good with the land and the holiday let.
Good? Come on! Come on!
Fantastic.
£600,000!
It's 125,000 less than we thought it was.
Yes!
We really are
Yeah.
rubbish at this game, aren't we?
Go and check it out now, and I'll come and find you later on.
Okay.
Go on,
Thanks,
off you go. Generously under budget at £600,000, this 200-year-old farmhouse has space and character in spades. It includes a kitchen diner, 2 separate reception areas, 4 bedrooms, and let's not forget the 2-bed self-contained holiday cottage. and the whole lot is set in just under 2 acres, including outbuildings and an orchard. In fact, I'd say for the money, House 2 does a fantastic job of meeting all our buyers' requirements.
When we came in and saw the holiday let, really warmed to that. The study, an absolute plus. And the gardens, absolute steal.
I like the house, but I don't love it. But it has got a lot of plus points. The fact that it is an old house, but it's obviously been refurbished all the way through, so it's all to a good standard. It's not that you're going to have to replaster or do anything like that to it. So it's a possibility.
Good. Well, that's the end of property number 2. You got the door, Steve?
Yep.
Good man. Right then. Well, it's been a pretty long day. Mixed weather.
Yes.
We got wet and cold this morning.
Yes.
Now look, nice evening
lovely
sunshine.
evening.
Ready for a pint and something to eat?
Yes.
Come on then. So with the day now drawing to a close, the first stage of our Somerset house hunt comes to an end. Recent retirees, Lynn and Steve, have a maximum budget of £750,000 to swap the suburban East Coast for the rural West Country. So far, they've seen a shiny new modern home as well as a rustic farmhouse. But still to come, a moment of quiet calm in the mystery house.
You can't knock it here, can you? You can't hear a thing.
No, you can't.
really
That is
not,
true.
yeah. And I'll be getting a handle on an age-old Somerset craft. Now, during our stay here in Somerset, we've all been based in the glorious cathedral city of Wells. And when it comes to views to wake up to, I think you'll agree this one isn't bad. But as much as I would love to spend the rest of the day sightseeing, there is, of course, some serious work to be done. It's time to introduce Lynn and Steve to our final property, the Mystery House. And fingers crossed, it's not raining. Mystery House time. What have we
Yes.
got for you now? Any ideas?
Could be Victorian, Georgian, Edwardian, on a main road.
Almost certainly something we've said we'll never think of.
Well, all I'm going to tell you is that it's very different, and it's not a million miles away from where your friends are.
No.
Just 10 minutes drive, in fact, from their friends in Rington. The Mystery House is in the small village of Rowborough, up in northern Somerset. Rowborough neighbours the village of Shipham, which has a butcher's, a general store and a welcoming country inn. They all overlook the green, where we're taking a short breather to find out more about the area from local resident Jill Lewis. Jill, you've been in this village for how long?
44 years,
44 years, and you currently run the coffee shop just over the road.
yes.
And tell us a bit more about the coffee shop, because it has quite an interesting pedigree, doesn't it?
Yes, it's been running for 12 years and it's under the auspices of the church, St Leonard, so that's why it's called Leonard.
Is that the tower we can see over in the
Yes,
distance?
quite a flourishing church, yes.
Lovely.
So we serve as a community cafe and we have volunteers and all the cakes are homemade by people in the village. Well, it's a very caring community and we live on a hill, so there's some beautiful views.
Can you give us an idea of what sort of things happen in the village during the course of a year?
Yes, well, soon there's going to be a harvest supper organised in the village hall. The village hall itself actually has quite a lot of things going on. We have an amateur dramatic group, Tai Chi and dancing classes. And we also have a society called Shipham Wine Information Group.
Hang on, the Shipham Wine Information Group, SWIG.
Swig.
That's fantastic. Well, Jill, thank you very much for giving us a brief taster as to what life in Shipham is all about. It's Mystery House time. Come on, drink up. We've got lots to do.
Okay.
Cheers.
Okay, thanks.
Thanks, Jill.
And just half a mile away, on a quiet lane in Rowborough, stands our rather distinctive Mystery House. Come down here, because this is really where I think you can best understand this building, because it does need a little bit of understanding.
Crikey.
Looks
There
big.
you go.
Yeah, it does look big.
It's built late 60s, and I suppose the best way to describe it is that it's sort of upside down, if you like. Because of its elevation and where we are, all the living space is on the top floor. So it sort of works in reverse.
It does look huge.
Yeah.
It's a whopper.
Keen to see what
Yeah.
the views are like from up the top there. That's
Right then.
fantastic, actually.
Let's get into our upside down Mystery House.
Yes.
Come on, follow me. Built back in 1968 with large concrete gables and lots of wood panelling, today this 60s style isn't generally celebrated for its aesthetic beauty. But with well-proportioned and spacious rooms, it certainly presents a very unique take on country living. The whole of the ground floor is given over to a completely self-contained flat, ideal for a holiday let, and comes with a kitchen living area, 2 bedrooms, a bathroom, and access out to the garden. But the main bedrooms are on the first floor, where we're starting our tour. So, your first glimpse inside. But essentially, this floor is a sort of guest room floor. So we've got 2 bedrooms down here. One is over there. They're all doubles. Okay. There's a study in here, Steve. Glimpse of that. And then we've got this room here. You know, it just serves as an example, really, of what they're like. They're very similar, with their own little balcony.
It's a good-sized room.
It is.
And feels like you're on holiday with that balcony.
It does.
Doesn't it?
Well, it does, doesn't it? You know, there's a touch of the Costas about it, you know, really. Yeah. But the main event is upstairs.
Okay.
Now, it's up here that I think this house really does sort of come into its own. There we are. Kitchen area for you.
Yeah, good drawers.
There's a utility area in here. A kind of auxiliary kitchen, I suppose, in some respects.
That's a better size, yeah.
Yeah. And then you've got this, which, you know, I think is rather nice. I don't know.
Yep.
Nice views up to the hills. You can imagine in the
yes,
autumn,
yes.
when the leaves are turning.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Gorgeous.
this is going to look very nice, actually. This dining and day room opens out onto a huge open-air roof terrace, which is also shared with the main living room. Again, if this were in any other property, you'd think, oh yeah, big, roomy, but of course we're, you know, 2 floors up here. I mean, how are we doing?
I think it's good.
Yeah, I think Steve's going for this one in a way that Lynn's still struggling with.
I'm just thinking about how much work I'd want to do on it.
But it's minor stuff.
Yeah.
But I think it's all doable. Right, bear with it. Come on.
Okay.
So to complete the living on what is effectively your floor, little loo in there, and then this is the master.
Yeah, it's
That's a good
quite a good
size.
size.
Yes.
Yeah.
Quite. It's enormous.
Yeah,
It is
no,
enormous.
it is, yeah.
Yeah, it's huge. And the ensuite that goes in there is quite interesting. Have a look at that.
Yeah. Yep, that's very
Yeah,
nice.
that's good.
Yeah. Storage. How about this? Have a look in here. You see?
Yeah, that's
The
more like
way
it.
to Lynn's heart.
That's much more like it.
Yes. So as
Yeah.
you can see, I mean, there are lots of features, I think, to recommend this property. I think Steve's a bit more into it, aren't you?
I just like the space of it. And,
Yeah.
and the views out and the solitude and the quiet. You can't knock it here, can you? You can't hear a thing.
No, you
No,
can't.
really
That is
not,
true.
yeah. Well, I can't argue with Steve, but there's no doubt this mystery house is situated in a quiet and peaceful setting, with just under 1.5 acres of terrace lawns and woodland outside. And the property's elevated position is perfectly placed to fully appreciate the tranquil and rural surroundings. Now, of course, we haven't looked at the flat yet. I'm going to get you in there on your own a little bit later on. But let's think about the price.
I'm going to say 700.
700.
Going between 650 and 750.
I'm going to say 650.
650, 700. This could be yours for £685,000. I'm not going to ask you if it's for you yet. We've got a lot of other things to consider before we get to that point. But I do think you should go and explore it a little further. In particular, have a look at the flat.
Yeah.
Okay.
Go on then. Off
Thank
you
you.
go. Under budget at £685,000, our topsy-turvy mystery property gives them everything they've asked for, but all wrapped up in a surprising late 1960s shell. At ground floor level, there's a 2-bed self-contained apartment which could be used as a holiday let. A further 2 stories provide up to 5 bedrooms, so plenty of options for Steve's study. Then the top floor kitchen, diner and living room both open out onto a huge roof terrace overlooking more than 1 acre of grounds with wonderful countryside views across the Mendips.
When we first arrived, lovely setting, lovely and quiet. Going inside, lots of nice big rooms, particularly like the study. But there's an overall feeling, I think, that If it was me, I would redecorate it more to our taste. That to me is a signal that we're in the wrong house, I think.
I think the mystery house is interesting. It's in a lovely position. It is really quiet, and I think it's probably a bit more work than we were really thinking of.
Right then, that's it. You've made sense of the mystery house in your own good time. OK, let's get you somewhere where you can consider it all, and then we'll find out what the future holds.
Okay.
Yeah? From high ground to low, the variety of Somerset's landscape blends to create one magnificent panorama, and at the lowest point, a real highlight are the Somerset levels. With no part of this area higher than 25 feet above sea level, it offers the perfect conditions for withy beds where willow is grown. In fact, Somerset is the last place in the country where willow is cultivated for basket making. I've come to an 80-acre spot in the levels to meet Jonathan Coate, whose family has been farming willow commercially here since 1819. Well, here we are, slap bang in the middle of the Somerset levels, and over your shoulder there I can see, well, two varying crops of willow, one taller, one shorter. How old is the taller crop there?
There's only a small amount that we leave for 2 years because we need a certain percentage of willow for big rods, for bases and lids on big hampers, coffins. With the majority of the willow, sort of 80–90%, we only grow for 1 year.
You mentioned a couple of items that you just dropped in, amongst them hampers and coffins. Quite a diverse amount of materials that you actually produce with your willow.
We're no longer amazed at what we get asked to do. It could be anything, you know, from film work to your basic hampers, right through to the modern idea with the coffins.
Now, back in days gone by, thousands of acres were under cultivation for willow because it was used in more or less everything, wasn't it? Any kind of packaging you can think of involved willow.
That's right. It was the bubble wrap of its day. It was a very important industry.
An established willow bed can grow at over an inch a day, staying productive for up to 20 years. And being a natural, renewable resource, demand for willow is on the rise. But today, this is mostly for domestic use. That looks like the sort of thing that most of us recognise as your classic basket material.
Yeah, but this is strip willow. So there's actually a process we've got to do before we can get it like this. We've actually got to take the bark off the willow.
This is going to be a time-honoured, laborious process, isn't it?
Yes, it is a bit like that. This is exactly the same willow. Now, this has been boiled for 10 hours.
Boiled?
Yeah, ordinary water, boiled for 10 hours. The natural tannins have come out of the bark. It's impregnated the wood, and it actually means that the bark will now strip off.
That's incredible, isn't it?
Well, up until the mid-1920s, all the willow was actually stripped one rod at a time in what we call a break, which is a piece of spring steel.
Yeah.
And it was a job that was traditionally done by the women and children of the village, and it would have...
Oh, that's lovely. I love it. It's so simple. Fortunately, this very laborious method is a thing of the past, and now it's the job of an automatic machine that can strip about 160 bundles of willow a day. What's more, the machine was actually designed by Jonathan himself. Brilliant. So with bundles of stripped willow to hand, my challenge is to learn how to make a bread basket using skills virtually unchanged for generations.
It's what we call a simple weave. It's rounding. You're just in and out, behind one, in front of one, behind one, in front of one, until the rod runs out.
So in there, is that right? And then back again?
Yeah, that's actually the last. You're up to the mark on there, so you can come around at that point there.
Ah, OK.
And then you can go back on yourself.
Weaving willow is very demanding on the hands and takes a good deal of strength, speed, and of course, practice. Skilled craftsmen can produce up to 8 or 9 of these baskets a day. It's a lovely tradition, this. I'm getting quite into it, I must confess. As you can see, I've still got some way to go before I finish my bread basket. So I better get a move on, don't I?
Yeah, I'll leave you to it.
Cheers, mate. Thank you very much. Well, from beautiful baskets to beautiful buildings, as you can see, Somerset really does have it all, including this place, Banwell Castle, a gorgeous Victorian pile that I thought was the perfect place to sit down for one last time with Steve and Lynn, to find out what they're going to do about their future. Now, I have to confess, I'm not normally a betting man, but on this occasion, even I might have a flutter. Well, we had 3 to show you. We started, of course, with number 1, and it was a property that, to be fair, I think we all enjoyed.
Certainly. Absolutely fantastic views. If we were designing a house, that's pretty close to what we would design, wouldn't it?
And the colours and the finishes, the fireplace.
The traditional style of building, but
Yeah.
with a modern twist that I think worked for us all.
Yeah.
Couldn't help smiling when we heard the price.
We thought you might, yes. And those smiles have obviously continued. You've slept on it and you're still thinking about it.
We've just got a couple of practical issues that I think we need to go back and consider.
Which is why we then went to property number 2. It certainly had a lot more land.
Yep.
And, of course, it had the holiday let.
I think it probably suffered coming after
Number
house
one.
number 1.
Yeah.
But it had a lot of good points.
I like the study in that one, and I liked the land outside, the fact there was more of a vegetable plot. But I think overall, once I'd seen number 1, I mean, that lounge in number 2 is lovely. But
I'm beginning to worry that perhaps we put these houses in the wrong order.
I think so, yeah.
But there was one more to come, of course. The mystery house, which, well, you know, I was quite excited about.
It was in a lovely setting. It was very quiet. From the outside, it was a bit daunting. It needed a bit of thinking about, I think, to him probably repainting and making some changes to make it a bit more attractive.
I mean, the top floor, in terms of space and views, really good. But as Lynn said, I had a feeling that to put it into it, to convert it to our taste, would be quite a lot of work.
Let me think. Ooh, property number 1 is clearly the outstanding favourite.
It is, yeah.
Lucky guess.
What next, then?
I think we would like to go back and try and book an appointment to go back and see it.
Good. Well, I'm delighted. It's a terrific building. I think we all fell in love with it somewhat. It's been a real pleasure, guys.
Thank you very much.
Thank you
Thanks
very
for your
much.
help.
My
Thanks
pleasure.
for your
Right
help.
then, come on, tuck in. Let's have some scones and tea. You know, it is never easy to predict how any house search is going to go, and this one has been a case in point, but from the outset it was clear this was always going to be a one-horse race. Property 1 so wowed Stephen Lynn that it virtually laid waste all those that followed on from it, and so it might. It was absolutely beautiful, and it just goes to prove that a property doesn't have to be old to be full of character. We often say that location is the most important thing, but to my mind, design is always going to be its equal bedfellow. And it just goes to prove that no matter what the economic situation or no matter what the housing market is doing at any given time, at the end of the day, good houses will always sell. So from us, from Somerset, I'll see you next time. If you would like to escape to the country in Scotland, Wales, Northern Ireland or England and would like our help, then please apply online at bbc.co.uk/Be On A Show.